species and the other species. There is communication between different life forms and the entire universe. Within the human body itself, if you are able to see, there is communication happening between every cell in your body. It is happening through various enzymes and various neuropeptides. Perfect health is when there is perfect communication. So there is communication happening in your body. In the outside world, there is a non-verbal communication that is going on between different species. I don't know if you have observed or have seen some National Geographic channel. When the tiger or the lion is actually full in its tummy and it's lazy, zebras and deers are pretty close to them. But when the lion or the tiger is hungry, the animals maintain a respectful distance. But how does this happen? There is a communication going on in an invisible field. Earth communicates to the trees, trees communicate to the fellow trees. There are certain kind of ferns that grow near the hills at Acom. The spores of these ferns open only when certain kind of birds sing. If the entire universe is communicating, the question again is, how are you communicating to this magical field? We do not communicate through our words. We do not communicate through our actions. We communicate with the universe through our state of consciousness. Is this all very clear to every one of you? Because our society has not kind of taught us. They assume the world moves the other way. Bring your attention to your state. Bring attention to the signal that you're passing on to the world. Let me still go into the second law of chaos and order. Please understand that these are gems that you can hold on to in order to create a beautiful life for yourself and your loved ones. So the second law is, the more your thinking revolves around yourself and you are unconcerned with the well-being of the others, that is, you're separate, you're signaling that your life is now open to battles, battling with family, friends, with life itself. The more you move from I to us, where your sense of self expands to include your family, your friends, the earth itself, then you are signaling to the world, signaling to that consciousness that you are open to symbiotic growth, where battles dissolve and synchronicities happen and unfold in your life. Even in your human body, if one single cell becomes rogue and decides to separate itself from the rest, when they become self-centric, when they disconnect from the rest, they become cancerous. They kill the body and they also die. A similar phenomenon unfolds in the realm of consciousness. I want you to think for a few minutes here. When you are in anger, what are you thinking in anger? The thinking would be like, how can somebody do this to me? What has happened to me is not fair. Don't you think that is how your thinking is in anger? When you're thinking in fear, when you are in fear, what are you constantly thinking? That I will lose what I have. I'll be seen less than I'm seen today. If you look at each of these suffering states, whether it is fear or anger or hurt or loneliness, it might begin because of an external situation, but it would build, the suffering would build because of your obsession towards oneself. As your consciousness engages incessantly with that I, this I, which is separated, which is isolated, is sending out signal to the universe that I'm open to battles. So let me ask you a question now. In a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being a number where you feel I'm living all my life involved or centered around myself, obsessed about myself. 0 is when I feel totally connected with the universe. What is the number that you would like to give your life? Say for a period of 24 hours, how much of your life you are living in self-centric obsession, and how much of your life you're living in total connection with life, people. It will be a very great light to start one's journey. I personally feel is to begin to bring your awareness to one's inner world. And then nurture that inner world is very essential to cross this crisis that we are currently facing. It is only when you disentangle from this separation-driven consciousness, harmonious energies of the universe will begin to flow into your life. You will find collective evolution, collective progress, and collective well-being would unfold in your family, organization, and society.